Everquest this evening, day 20 of being a Beastlord. Basically, we're going to get done with our vendor selling, and as you can see, we made a little bit of loot for the items that we have had in bank. So we're going to take them back and continue on with leveling or questing for gear for friends. Depending on what takes place, we'll see what happens. So right now, we're just pretty much setting things up for what we're going to be doing today. I believe we're going to be hunting for some more druid gear. So once I message them, we'll get on to it and getting it taken care of. First, let's get all this organized. I hate unorganized bags. Alright, so let's get these bags back in stock. That one's down here. That one there. That one 71. And 65. That's my giant 100%. Alright, there we go. There we go. Ah, cool. Thank you, Will, Mac, and Jorth. Good to see you guys again. I'm pretty much finishing up here. Made a little bit of cash on the tune last night and selling some stuff, and I got the next level of spells ready to go. Let's see here. Leaves me with 4,551. Let's see, is a Lodi Shield worth buying right now? Wow, seriously? That is a huge jump on a Lodi Shield. Wow. that went up a lot. Oh, yeah, I gotta go back this way. Hey, nothing much, Wilmac. Just taking a check on the price check on the Lodi Shield. Holy cow, it's like 3 times more than normal cost. I was shocked when I saw that. Getting into the Nexus right now. How much does it average, by the way? Around 5K? Okay. Well, that's a lot of lag. There we go. Alright, let's see here. There you are. I am here. We gonna get some Kodai before we go? It used to go for 6K. Hmm. Well, I got 4.5K now. I sold some stuff and got some good money. It's a land far, far away, where we quest for the rave stones. If anybody remembers that cartoon. Uh, uh, I can't remember. It's rave something. It's basically where they're questing for the rave stones in order to free the uh, continent from the clutches of an evil organization. Shall I drop my current Kodiak of Endless Intellect? Ah, I have 50 minutes left on mine. It's not a big deal. I can pop for the rest of the time. Pot. Oh, you're gonna get us a Kodiak Intellect buff? All right, I'll remove the buff then. Oh, thanks. Talisman of the Alternating Tuna. Getting water buffed up. Yeah, I got key. Used to go for 6K. Ah, I think on Cormier it was only like 4K, 4.5. All right, ready? All right. I got about 1 hour and 7 minutes left on the pot. Pot. Doing little Beavis and Butthead innuendos there. Oh, those were the days. Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, Cat and Dog, a few of them. Johnny Bravo was fun to watch. There is 27 in this one. There is 2 picks. Greg's end number 4 has 14. Make sure you call out camps so we know what's going on. Wilmax getting attacked. Nice. That's a good spot for us. Yeah, we are. We beat it in no time, though, which is really good. Wow, even this area is... Yeah, the name's up in that last room, by the way. Named right there. There we go. A lot of names up in this instance. Yeah, I know. Okay, here we are, almost there. There we go. There's a group right over here in this room, in the room behind you. That's funny. It's taking a long time for this to trigger. There it goes, finally. Hey there, how's it going, gamer? Sorry, it's hard to read the name. Gamer Basic. How's it going? Dark blue on my nighttime setting. Uh, stream stream setting. It makes it hard to see dark blue. So how's it going there, gamer? Right now, what we're trying to do is we're in Greg's End. We're going to be here until this pod expires, which is about 1 more hour. And from there, we're going to go somewhere else and try to hunt some stuff. And who is attacking us? One second, I'm dealing with something else. There we go. All right, there we go. Got home from work. Yeah, same here. I got home like 10 minutes before stream time. So it's been a little bit crazy getting all ready. I had a long day at work. We also had hail and all that happening. Hail, fire, and brimstone. All right, there we go. Yeah, it kind of sucked when you get the hail coming down and like near tropical rain downpour. That's what happened for us. So that happened all day long, on and off hail and all that other stuff. It was a pain in the butt. But overall, not a bad day. About the same here. The only time it hailed was like twice during the day, but that was about it. But mostly it's just been raining, really cold rain. And I've been out in the weather for most of it because I drive a bus for schools. Oh, my pet died. What the heck? Ah, it's funny. Gotta watch that pet. It always dies for some odd reason. Never has taunt on, but it always dies for some stupid reason. Like the game is trying to punish me. Well, the money is actually really good, honestly. I'm making more money than I ever did at any other job so far. And it's quite easy and sustainable, too. So I have no complaints. And the fact that they treat me extremely well is like leaps and bounds and beyond what most companies I've worked for before have done. I like the fact that they just don't toss you to the curb if anybody complains about something that you've done. You know what I mean? Like most businesses. Ooh, the shutout figure is really resistant. Ah. You want to respond to him? Oh boy. Damn fighting words. Oh yeah, you gotta you gotta load in a couple times. I've had that happen to me right before stream. I had to reload in twice, close it out, reload it. Then it worked. You live, die, and live again. They just chose not to answer, from the look of it. Yeah, between two groups fighting in the cubby area, yeah. Definitely we won't be seeing much mobs. Plus my timer on my bottle is only 50 minutes left. And we're done. Good job, all. Oh, sorry. All right, big five's open. Let's do it. Ooh, we got a good number here. Zone in fight. That's okay. This is free XP. That is, yeah, that's a nice thing. Every time I keep logging in, I have to sit there and keep clicking it. They did some other changes too to other things, but not much. But still, at least they're doing good on their end and keeping things updated. All right, following. Man, Greg's End is so camped. I can't believe it. But it is the best zone for XP for a group and single. Yeah, there's deals. Where are they? Okay, there's two here. Oh, they're all invisible. So we're passing through, right? Alright, let's get invised up. No, they were invisible. They appeared sitting right in front of us, one after another. Oh, and I'm visible. Well, I saw that one at a time uninvis in front of us. Two of them were sitting. One was standing right next to the two that invis once he did. Ah. This is a good camp anyways. Ah, I see. So they ran over. Well, either case, we got a good camp anyways, so no complaints. Now, if they pulled what that one group did yesterday, where the day before, where they were camping the gate and they were also camping the cubby, that was a little ridiculous. Oh shoot, there goes my pet again. Not paying attention to my pet. This is hilarious. And it seems to be a common trend for certain groups that I've noticed. Because the last 3 encounters I've seen with them, they do the same thing. Trying hard not to name names, you know what I mean? Nice. Steak dinner, nice. All right. That would also kind of make sense why the front entrance of the zone was trained, if you think about it. Eh. So let's see here. And there were 5 that we had to kill. And a mob that normally doesn't even in the area too. "32 minutes left on the pot buff." My water still always seems to draw aggro for some odd reason. I have no idea why. I need about 88%. We just gained 12% just being here. So that's pretty fast. I'm 12.8% into level currently. 80 87.2% to go. It's about half experience, 50% of 1% there. Not bad. This area is nice. Much better than the front. True. Nice. Ambidextrous tree is really good, but really expensive. sure love my cat. That's some good dotting on your druid. Yeah, they do. I had to sit there and cast my poison like 2 or 3 times just to get it on one guy. That eats through a lot of mana. Doing a long run with the pet. Mm. Really? Wow. I thought you'd be beating me in levels. Probably get 60 before I would have. How close are you to level now, right now? Oh, wow. Yeah, the 58 water is a little better. I like it. Entirely up to you guys what you want to do. Yep, I know. That's why I said it's completely up to you two what you want to do. I'm just along for the ride, and I'm having fun. Yeah, because we can always go back at level 60 and just really tear that place to pieces. 3 Beastlords, 2 Druids at level 60 will tear that area to pieces. That's a name I haven't seen before. He's highly resistant. You got the slow on him? Good. Mm-hmm. And I don't mind taking an extra day or two to get you to 60. Because it's all good in the hood, you know? Okay, what does this guy drop? He dropped the absurdity ring. Yep, don't need it. I already got one. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that we get in this camp area is going to be rotting, and a lot of it sells for cheap. You'd be lucky to get 20 plat for anything in here. Just going to pick this up so I don't have to worry about it. Now, what would be really funny with these Pugilists is they gave it the human body and the head of a pug. You get it? Pugilist. Don't quit my day job? All right. I got this match straight. But I think it would actually be pretty cool, you know? Truly a Pugilist. Yeah, most of these are either blue or white, and then very few are yellow to me. Oh yeah, very easy. Man, your staff is shielding procs a lot. Steak dinner. The fact that we burn these things down so fast with the dots we put on them. True. And easier than trying to kill those swarmers. we couldn't dot them at all. So the Swarmer Queen would have annihilated our group if we tried to kill her. You were saying that on that day. She's that powerful? Ah. Have we gotten this one before? That's a good question. I think we have. I think he drops the caster version of the ring. I wish they dropped some really nice stuff other than the rings, you know? Yeah. There's a lot of them that spawn here. Well, the leggings, that's a pretty good book. That must go for a ton of money in the auction house. Ah. Still, 3K is not half bad. Yeah, we dropped the useless helm. Another named. Jeez. It's like a named baby factory in there. Hey, Lucas, your polling area is popping out names like babies. Did you know that in the end of World War II, Hitler tried almost tried to pass a law that would force pregnant women to fight on the front lines because they were losing too many men? Yeah, he actually wanted to do it, but it didn't go. It didn't pass though, thankfully. Well, yep, got another ring of absurdity sitting here because of the fact that the motherly instincts to protect the child is so strong that it makes those women like really strong and dangerous. Another named. We just killed that guy, didn't we? His brother. Oh, that is hilarious. On the named. No more names to the slaughter. It's so funny. We're just having loot just sit here and rotting. Yeah, we're kicking asses and taking names. That is completely true. At level 60, we should be able to camp some of the really good spawn drops in Umbral Plains and get ourselves the Belt of the Seahorse and a few other items for the Beast Lords, and as well as more Druid armor. Much easier. Your water, heal it, Jorth. Well, it died. Yeah. It's best that we start the epic at 60. If we tried any sooner, then it's gonna be kind of rough on us. I just sold those pants. Another named. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're brothers. They're twin identical brothers. This one guy has triplets, for crying out loud. They must have been triplets. This is hilarious. Oh, and so the other group from the gate came over to try to get the names. Okay, I'm gonna put pet on the one that's hitting Wilmac. Don't worry. Oh no, rot. Another one. Oh, another item that these guys can drop. Yep, pretty much. Nice work on the names. It's hilarious. And we got another ring of absurdity. Oh, jeez. How many of these are going to rot here? For a moment there, I thought you were going to say, and we got another named. There goes my pot. Well, I got enough to get another pot if I want to, or should I just save it? Yeah, I'll save it. We'll save it for when we're leveling into 60 then. Or alt advancement gaining. Yeah, true. Like for the weekend. Oh, not bad. Took 3 attempts to get that on him. You're rooted for 2 minutes? Dang. So far, we're in Griggs End right now in a place called the Cubby, the North Cubby, I believe. And right here is where we're at. The gate room is right here. Here we go. Voice got him. %30 into level. There we go. Got it slowed. It has only been an hour and 30 minutes. So we should be around 60% by the time the stream ends. Now that's a name I have not seen. What, we're up to our 7th named already in an hour and a half of gameplay? That's a lot. Wow, he just loves me. It's probably all that rat poison I've been slipping into his food. Another ring of lunacy. Ring of Lunacy this time. Nice. Collect all the rings and bind them in the shadow of darkness. Oh, yeah. Lord of the Rings, yes. I like the Lord of the Rings skit that they made a comedy sketch of, where he, um, where the, what is it? Oh, which character was he acting as? The one that died with Gondor horn in Lord of the Rings, that stood his ground because he was almost tempted by the ring to take it from Frodo. He tried to, so he had to make amends, and he sacrificed himself. Yeah, Boromir. So Boromir, one of the actors portraying Boromir, uh, I believe, uh, basically turned the ring that the ring that Sauron wants, into a what is it called that you pierce your down there, and they're like talking about it, and he's like, yeah, really ramping it up, and then finally the lady character rips it off and says, let's take this bee to Mount Doom. And you hear Boromir going, ah, screaming in the background. Can't remember the skit too well, but it was really, really funny. He basically turned it into a a a thing. uh, Prince Albert, that's what it's called. Took me a while to remember it. You turned the ring into a Prince Albert? Yeah, isn't it cool? Now I can pick up chicks. He's going on about it. So proud of his accomplishment. Oh man, it was so hilarious. They even had compilations for some of the other stuff, like the potato skit that someone did online. The song "Potato Bullet Mash It Stick in a Stew." That one. They also added it to the Lord of the Rings compilation skit disc. If you got the Lord of the Ring collector's edition. Yeah, it was on DVD. You can also, I believe, see the skits on YouTube still. He ate your bunny. There's also another fun little cartoon skit called Courage Wolf versus Insanity Wolf. It's actually funny to watch. That's hard to say, probably because I'm bored. I remember TV shows from the 80s. The old Knight Rider series, I remember some of that. I remember when they had they switched the MLP from the cartoon characters to the My Little Pony real characters, where they actually, had it kind of like real horse-looking characters for the My Little Ponies for a while. That was horrifying. I also remember the strawberry shortcake stuff and the Care Bears. You'd be surprised. I remember seeing Flight of the Navigator in the movie theaters, which was really fun to watch. And E.T. as well. I'm dating myself right there. Yeah, they were good movies, no doubt. I remember the first screening of it as well in the movie theaters. It scared a lot of people. Did you know that a number of people became afraid of clowns after watching the movie It? Small number of people had contracted clownophobia. I remember seeing um, what's that movie? They're here. Poltergeist in the movie theaters. That was scary. And oh yeah, did you know back then they did not have plastic bodies and the realistic looking body parts that we have now today. They actually used real cadavers for the scenes of the dead people. That was literally true. That part where they're floating in the water and all those bodies are there, those were real cadavers. Yeah. It's because Hollywood did not have the production stuff for fake body parts and stuff like that to be done in mass and in quick succession. as they do now today. They just did not have the machines and materials for that. They could produce it, but it took too long, you know what I mean, and too expensive. So it was a lot cheaper just to rent a body, basically, or rent a cadaver. So anything from before 2000, because 2000 is when they started actually using the actual fake stuff. Anything before 2000 actually used real bodies, if there were dead bodies being portrayed. Yep. Yeah. The zombies that actually moved in the movies were actually people that were dressed up to look like that. But actual dead ones that didn't move or anything were most likely actual bodies. Night of the Living Dead was a fun little series. It had that really stupid zombie humor where they're like throwing a body into a washing machine and basically washing the brains out. Remember that part? Then there's Ding Dong, You're Dead, The House of the Dead. That one was interesting. You don't remember that part? It was in Night of the Living Dead 1, where it's just a 6 second scene of a washing machine with a body upended into it, and a couple zombies standing around as it's doing its wash cycle. Have you seen Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds? Did you know that movie caused a lot of hysteria with people because they thought birds were going to be out there to kill them? It was so funny. Good movie, though. And then H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. Oh, that broadcast was just killer. The reason why it was so successful, It was because of the fact that they did not announce before the broadcast, really, that this is just a make-believe production. And even though it was there at the beginning, it was just such a short thing. Yeah, that nobody paid real attention to it because they were tuning in right after um, the announcement, and so people thought what was going on the radio was actually happening. Oh yeah, the blob, that was good. How about purple people eater? Oh yeah, that thing got everywhere. It almost destroyed an entire town. Almost ate an entire town. How about batteries not included? I also got to see Five Goes West in the movie theaters as well. There are no cats in America. And that's the song that they sang before they got to America and then realized there were cats in America. Because they were a Russian mouse family, pretty much stowing away on a ship to get to America. How about Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead? That one was a real fun one. Adventures in Babysitting as well. And then the real most jacked up one I've seen out of the set series of that is called My Stepmom's a Serial Killer. Yeah, these are comedy movies. She's a 1950s, she portrays herself as a 1950s go happy mom at sitting in the home, cooking and cleaning and doing all the 50s mom stuff. But once someone starts talking trash about her babies in any way, she goes psycho. And I mean pure psycho. For instance, she went in and had a meeting with um, the what's the school head principal of the school, and he was just so mad at one of her children, and he was just bashing on the child, saying a whole bunch of stuff that mom needed to do better at this and this, and he's just completely this and that, and just because the kid got in trouble for doing something pretty bad, and or his grades were bad. Something, I don't remember what, but she's sitting there smiling, nodding, listening. Every time he turned her head, she would just get this look like, I am going to kill you. Literally, kill you. And you could just see the different things that she's thinking of doing to him. And then when he turns back to her, she's all happy, smiling, and listening in. And then eventually she gets out to the parking lot. The kids pretty much go back to their classes, and she's about ready to leave. And here comes the principal out in the parking lot. He drops his keys. She sees him and just gets this big shit-eating grin on her face. And then just her hairpiece, her mirror, and just reverse and floors it. Boom, 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 runs him over, and he's screaming, "Help! I'm still alive! Help me!" And boom, 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 runs over him again. 3, 4 times she runs him over before driving off. Oh yeah, I've seen Gremlins 1 and 2. Great movie. Great movies there. Don't feed them after bedtime. Don't get them wet. Yep. And they don't have the good personality. Remember the grandma that's on the little staircase wheelchair, and how the gremlins alter the lift and launches her out like a catapult? Yeah, they also have the Tribbles episode as well. One where the little Tribbles just basically keep multiplying and eating and multiplying and eating and multiplying and eating. Yeah, that's why the Klingons hated them so much, is because of what they do. They were considered to be a pest that would warrant an extermination of a world if they ever found them. It was. And did you see the follow-up episode of that, where a researcher made a tribble sanctuary, and he was afraid that the Klingons would find out about it, and did everything he could to keep them from finding out? Or was that in the Star Trek Online game? I think it was the Star Trek Online game. Sorry, my bad. That was from the Star Trek Online. They did a follow-up series as an episode in the game where you come across a tribble sanctuary, and you have to keep the Klingons from discovering it. It's actually a really fun episode for a follow-up that they did. Yeah, it was in the Star Trek Online game. I play that a little bit here and there. It's fun. I think they need to simplify it a little bit. It's just got too much in it that it's kind of hard to keep track of everything. Remember the episodes in Next Gen where Data was trying to be Sherlock Holmes? That is the last Starfighter. He plays a video game, gets the incredibly high score, Then he puts in his initials. Then an alien species comes down to assassinate him by impersonating a cop. Fails, and he gets transported by another alien species to the galaxy center, where he then is introduced to what's going on. Then there's a major battle that happens, which wipes out all the starfighters, and he's the last one for the last line of defense. Topa Stumpyfoot, thank you for the follow. That is awesome. And then at the end of the movie, one of the little kids saw the Starfighter game and started playing it because he saw the real starship flying off from Earth with the victor of the war. And he wanted to join in on the Space Force. There wasn't a sequel, unfortunately, but there was a really good. They might actually do a sequel to that because there's talk about reviving old movies and as well as sequeling them. Now, how about this one? Do you remember this line? Would you like to play a game? Thermonuclear war. No, it's a hacker kid basically hacks into a supercomputer that is tied to a national defense network of the United States military. And War Game, yes, that's the name of the movie. Would you like to play a game? Stephen Hawking's or Stephen? How about chess? No, I don't want to play chess. Let's play thermonuclear war. And the computer's like, chess would be better and more fun. And he keeps saying, I want to play the thermonuclear war because they see the title for it. And they go, okay. And then the computer just displays the Soviets and the American as a game. Unfortunately, the United States military does not realize that the main computer is playing basically a virtual game, but it's actually triggering things in real life as well. So the hacker had to, at the end of the movie, teach the computer that there are some games you cannot win, and cause the computer to learn that that this game was a game in which nobody won. Took it down to the last second before the computer realized to stop the countdown before initiating World War III with nuclear weapons. They never did make a remake. Wait, they did. They did make a remake, but it was terrible. It was similar to the name of War Games. The remake was just terrible. How about Top Gun? Light the fires, kick the tires. Kick the tires and light the fires. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. hmm Another really good movie I loved was what was it? Oh, Goonies, the original Goonies. Good classic, a very good classic. Now for a game that actually amplifies just stupidity. Um, and it's really old and it can still be played on newer computers, is Redneck Rampage Rides Again. the, the first one, Redneck Rampage, cannot run on newer computers, unfortunately. But the second one can, but you have to get a patch for it. And it's basically you're a redneck with a shotgun that's very angry that the aliens are abducting your cows and the G-men are all over the place. And as you go through blasting away the aliens, G-men, and other things, you pick up bottles of drink, and each of these bottles of drink have special abilities that gives your character, abilities as you rampage. Um, they even have a chicken crossbow in that, by the way. Now, along the lines of chicken crossbow, what movie, which is a comedy, is based off of Top Gun? That has a Top Gun and Rambo that has a chicken crossbow in it. It's a mixture of Top Gun and Rambo. Hot Shots Part Dukes. Okay, which movie has these characters in it? Hightower, Mahoney, Proctor. Yes, Police Academy series. Oh, the yama 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 scene. Great. Scaring the living daylights out of people. Pretending to be a cannibal. Oh, that brings back memories. The original Police Academy, I have to say, was the best out of the entire series. There were the second and third one came close to topping it, but still the first is the absolute best. The third one was really good. That's why I said the second was really good. The second one almost. The third one just about beat out the first one. Oh yeah. And remember when they recruited the gang member? I can't remember. Animal. You remember when they recruited him? It was so funny. He can't join the police academy. Yes, he can. Everybody has a chance. And they tried to the chief of the thing tried to wash him out, but he passed. It was so hilarious. They had all their unique ways of enforcing the law and doing their job, which worked. Now, let's see, what else other movies were so fun to watch? If you're looking at cartoons from, say, like the Disney Afternoon lineup, um, I would have to say Tailspin was really good, along with DuckTales. Those are the two that I watched the most when I was younger. Um, the Darkwing Duck wasn't half bad. The Bonkers D Bobcat took a season before it became halfway decent. It almost actually failed on its first season. The Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers were actually pretty interesting. And that's going back old school, people. This was before Toonami even hit the scene, if any of you guys remember. There was an old cartoon series based off of Knight Rider, by the way. There was also a GoBots series. A failed series, mind you. They did have a bunch of Transformer and G.I. Joe series in that time and era that were successful. I mean, 7 seasons of G.I. Joe, that was actually pretty good. Something like that. And then the Sergeant Slaughter was actually a wrestler that was part of that lineup for a while. Oh yeah, Transformers was really good. They aired all the way until the uh, the fall of the Cybertron, when the Galactus type character, I can't remember his name, Unicron, pretty much destroyed it, and they were looking for a new home. It was quite an interesting series. I had to admit, the older Transformers, even though as corny as it was and low on the animation, was actually much better than most of the newer stuff that's today. At least it was enjoyable to watch. All that people think right now when they hear the name Transformers is Michael Bay Transformers. You know what I mean? Gotta bay it up. I remember when movie theaters used to be $4 a movie. This was out in Irvine, California, back in the day. And I would take $20 and go to the movie theater and spend the entire day just watching movies. It was pretty awesome. My mom would say, "Get out of the house. Here's 20 bucks. Go see a movie." When she said go see a movie, don't come back until nightfall and watch 4 movies. Mom was great. Yeah, the new Transformer cartoons just don't have the flair that you remember the older ones having. It's a different type of viewing. Heck, I remember when they first launched the Power Rangers. Believe it or not. The original Power Rangers anime. Not anime, show. Yep. No, that was 90s, actually. Late 90s, I believe. Early 2000. I gotta double check the time on that, but I remember the original Power Rangers. Rita Repulsive with gold on and all that. The most violent kids show in American history. And it was what makes it even funnier is that they came out a little late, like towards the end of the season, with a show called Space Above and Beyond, which was a $1 to $3 million production sci-fi for an hour-length showing of its episodes at 11 o'clock at night, and it was a really phenomenally well done sci-fi show. Well, that sci-fi show got tanked by Fox because of the Fox moms. They were complaining that their kids were staying up at 11 o'clock at night on a school night till like 12 midnight to watch this show. And they didn't want their kids, to be up that late. And they were complaining the show was too violent for their kids to watch and this and that. Yep, Twilight show was right before that show. And so they constantly complained, and they had the Fox network literally can the series after like episode, I think it was either 7 or 13, I'm not sure. And they never finished the story. It was really, really good. It literally blew the water off of Stargate Atlantis, Stargate at that time, and even um, Babylon 5. It was that good of an anime quality, much better than those two. So if you guys want to see something really interesting, Space Above and Beyond is what it's called. If you can find any DVDs of it. I'm not sure if they ever finished the story, but it's really, really good. Tendrils of Madness. Okay, I get it. The form that it changes you into makes it so that you cast extremely slow and the effect of the spell is reduced by half. Ow, that's brutal. Yeah, that form that I was just hit by, forced into by this guy. That's what it does. It reduces your casting time by a lot. Sorry, not reduces. Increases your casting time, and effectiveness is reduced by half. Because if I were to cast my healing spell on my water at half health, it would do a full heal. It only did a quarter heal. I noticed that right away. Toy Soldiers was also a really good movie as well that I saw. It's where some kids in a school for privileged, like a specialty school where you pay to have your kid go, private tutor school, gets hijacked by a group of terrorists that want to use the kids as leverage while they set up for a assassination hit on someone. So it's all they're pretending to take hostages, but what they're really doing is they're a hit squad trying to take out someone. And one of the children is free and about and starts messing up their plans, and they don't know what is going on. And he rallies the kids to, help with the help take down the potential terrorists, and they're before they can do what they were planning on doing. Quite an interesting movie. And then Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger. That actually was pretty decent. It's basically a story based on the wish of a child coming to life, coming true in very strange ways. And Total Recall, yeah. Get your ass back to Mars. The scene with the woman's head going nuts and they're all stepping back, and then it unfolds like out of one of those horror movies um, with the spiked head guy. I can't remember his name. One with the nails all through his head and bald. What's that villain's name? Hellraiser. Yes, Hellraiser. Pinhead. His name's Pinhead. That's what it is. Hellraiser. The movie's Hellraiser. The character's name is actually Pinhead. So in the Total Recall, the woman's head just splits open and goes all the different ways, and then you see him take it off, and he says, "Here, catch." It's such a great scene. Uh, Although they plan on actually finalizing the end history of Terminator soon, official canon, because they had all these different endings that weren't really good, and the movies were terrible. They're planning on one more Terminator movie, and this will actually be the official canon of how the whole series ends. Well, it really depends on whether or not that they can really bring out that special flair. They said they will be CGIing young Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I kind of doubt it. Although I want to actually take time to watch the movie Monster Hunter that just came out. That piqued my interest a little bit. Want to see how badly Hollywood screwed that up. When it comes to Hollywood and making video game movies, you're better off with an independent doing it, because they'll do a much better job. Could have been better. Don't ruin it for me. Oh, here's a good one. Remember the Highlander? There can only be one. Yeah, the Highlander series. That was really good. 3 movies, by the way. Uh-huh. Oh, and here's a good one for you guys. Here's a line from the movie. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Are you sure I didn't shoot 6 shots or 5 shots? Are you feeling lucky? Do you remember where that line came from, guys? Dirty Harry, you are correct. Now that was a fun movie. Now, how about the original Karate Kid with Danny DeLusso? Not the new one with the little boy rapper. Ugh. I don't mean to disrespect, but he didn't play that role very well. Yeah. And the Karate Kid too. Those were the 2 really good movies. I was a little upset to see the newer version. There were 3 movies, sorry, but I remember 2. The Karate Kid with Lil Wayne. Oh, seriously? Please, please, please. That's terrible. I know I'm going to probably get a few backlashes on saying that, but honestly, kid's good at singing. I'll say that, but his acting and the role that he had wasn't very good. They should have done a better script for him. I think it would have been better for him if he had a better script, because the script that they had for that movie uh, was a real letdown. It just didn't feel right. But it was nice to see the old guy again. You know what I mean? Got one in the right room. Oh, how about the movie Stand By Me? Have you guys seen that one? Yeah, that was a good movie. The journey that they went through, everything that they did, all to the end point of where they find the body and poke it with a stick. The junkyard scene, remember that? Where they're going through the junkyard, the old man yells at him, and he goes, "Chopper, sick him!" And then it cuts to the voiceover narrator. When he means chomper sick him, He means chomper, sick balls. Oh, that was great. I love reminiscing on old movies. Probably name a movie I probably heard of it or seen it if it's an older one. I've even seen black and whites of Charlie Chaplin, the Keystone Cops, Metropolis, the first colored movie. 4 colors to it, which was quite interesting to watch. Um, what else did I see? The Three Stooges, in color, of course. Alfred Hitchcock, a bunch of them. One of the classes I took in college was movie history. That's where I got to watch a whole bunch of old stuff. It's quite interesting to see the different fathers of comedy and horror. Alfred Hitchcock and a guy in France were the two leading fathers of horror. But the more renowned person to be credited that title was Alfred Hitchcock. I used to critique movies that I saw to my parents. Kind of like Siskel and Ebert. Siskel and Ebert, if you remember them. They were really good. I really liked them. The movie critics. It's a shame what happened to one of them. Yeah. And all the stuff he did to hide the fact that he had it from the public. I mean, he literally lived his last days in a lot of pain and suffering while he was doing those critic shows, and not a single person knew about it. He loved his job that much. That's dedication. And that's what you kind of look at it towards Pat Sajak as well. What he had to go through. But at least he lived through his. Yeah. It was very sad how he ended up in the end. I will 100% agree. Did you know the original Superman from the black and white was a alcoholic abuser and substance abuser? The actor who played that role. Yeah, if you actually watch the history of Superman, they talk about him. They had to hide the fact that what he did, uh, his issues from the public for a bit. But he used to tear up the stage so much. The only reason why they kept him around was because he drew in crowds. He did the role really well. I think only one season of that. there's a lot of fun things to go through and talk about movies and stuff. You'd be surprised at half the stuff they pull. Did you know Boart, the guy who does those comedy movies that are really shocking, and Bogart or Bogart, whatever, I can't pronounce his name. He done two really shocking movies. His most recent one took him into Israel. Did you know after filming in Israel, he was permanently banned from ever returning? Because of the stunts he pulled. He went up to on the street while filming to Israelites, please abduct me and sell me for ransom. Please abduct me, sell me for ransom. It quite offended a lot of people. They didn't know what he was doing or understood. So that's why, from what I heard. He did some type of skit line like that. You don't do stuff like that. You guys remember Shia LaBeouf? Have you seen the orchestra presentation of Shia LaBeouf? Shia LaBeouf? Oh, no problem, Jorith. Thanks for sticking around with us. Um, yeah, I know how you feel. I'm really tired myself. That's why I gotta kind of keep talking. We only got 22 more minutes left. So, anyways, there was an orchestra presentation for Shia LaBeouf, uh, complimenting his career as, a villain of villains and some of the roles he played in. And they play in the orchestra presentation. They played him out as a cannibal, Shia LaBeouf, invincible cannibal, and it was like the orchestra, the person who was pronouncing the song was acting as if they were the intended victim or target of Shia LaBeouf. And it's like I dropped my keys, I went down to pick him up, and I turned around, there I saw him, Shia LaBeouf. He dropped down on all fours and growled and came at me, Shia LaBeouf, something like that. And it's such a funny little skit. Right down the tile? Oh, yeah, sure. I can find it on YouTube pretty quick. I think I can get away with playing it a little bit over the stream. No problem. Ah. Give me a second, I'll look it up. Yeah, I'll put this one too. Yeah, I understand. I have two-screen monitoring. Okay. Okay, it's called Shia LaBeouf Live with Rob Cantor. It's actually pretty good. Shia LaBeouf with Rob Cantor. Hopefully I can get away with playing it on the background of the stream here, and they don't mute me. So I'm going to try it, guys.
You're walking in the woods. There's no one around and your phone is dead. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot him.
Shia LaBeouf.
He's following you, about 30 feet back. He gets down on all fours and breaks into a sprint. He's gaining on you.
Shia LaBeouf.
You're looking for your car, but you're all turned around. He's almost upon you now, and you can see there's blood on his face. My God, there's blood everywhere!
Running for your life from Shia LaBeouf. He's brandishing a knife. It's Shia LaBeouf. Lurking in the shadows. Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Living in the woods. Shia LaBeouf. Killing for sport. Shia LaBeouf. Eating all the bodies. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Now it's dark, and you seem to have lost him. But you're hopelessly lost yourself, stranded with a murderer. You creep silently through the underbrush. Aha! In the distance, a small cottage with a light on. Hope. You move stealthily toward it, but your leg! Ah! It's caught in a bear trap!
Gnawing off your leg.
Quiet, quiet.
Limping to the cottage.
Quiet, quiet.
Now you're on the doorstep. Sitting inside. Shia LaBeouf. Sharpening an axe. Shia LaBeouf. But he doesn't hear you enter. Shia LaBeouf. You're sneaking up behind him. Strangling superstar Shia LaBeouf. Fighting for your life with Shia LaBeouf. Wrestling a knife for Shia LaBeouf. Stab it in his kidney. Safe at last from Shia LaBeouf.
You limp into the dark woods, blood oozing from your stump leg. You've beaten Shia LaBeouf.
Wait, he isn't dead. Shy surprise, there's a gun to your head and death in his eyes. But you can do jujitsu with body slam superstar Shia LaBeouf. Legendary fight with Shia LaBeouf. Normal Tuesday night for Shia LaBeouf. You try to swing an axe at Shia LaBeouf, but blood is draining fast from your stump leg. He's dodging every swipe. He parries to the left. You counter to the right. You catch him in the neck. You're chopping off his head now. You just decapitated Shia LaBeouf.
His head topples to the floor, expressionless. You fall to your knees and catch your breath. You're finally safe from Shia LaBeouf.
And right at the end there, Shia LaBeouf is actually sitting in there, watched the whole presentation, and is clapping. He enjoyed it. Oh, that's such a good one. Did you hear it, Lucas? Yeah, Shia LaBeouf is a superstar actor who plays a lot of villain roles. Yeah, they're not for sale. How much do you think they go for? Oh wow, my quest said. Give me a second. Gotta rebuff pet. Dang it. Should I put it in one PC price check? See what people say. Or in trade. Is it slash trade, right? No, that's not it. Yeah, out of all the times we've been here, this is the first time I've seen this drop. So it's definitely a hard drop item to find. It's a hard drop. It's a rare drop. I'll put it in one, channel one, see what people say. I know. I'm just asking. That is really nice, though. True. Nope. Yeah, no one commented on it yet. Probably no one knows. It's probably one of those things that are rarely ever sold. I'd have to find out what the price is some other way. Watch, it's like a 5 or 10K item. Not bad. Probably get away with a 1K on it then, because no one has it in the auction house. What do you think? I mean, the robes from Fungus Grove went for 1,190 platinum, and they had far less stats than these did. Okay. So how much do you think we can get away with selling it? Since there's none on the bazaar, it's really good item. We know that it's around 1K. I don't see the price in the bazaar at all. Oh, there we go. Now it's showing. So 500 is the lowest cost of it right now. Drats. I thought there were none on the bazaar. I looked it up twice and I couldn't get it. I must have had something before it. Could always hope for good stuff. But still, 500 PP is not bad. Yeah, I saw that. Thank you for letting me know. Oh my god. OMG. Oh my god, what are you doing? I really like that name. That's great. Yeah, I saw it finally. I tried looking it up a couple times and I didn't see anything at first. Hey, anytime, man. Feel free to chat on the channel or ask me any questions. I'm pretty cool. But yeah, definitely. I love the name, though. That's really funny. It's nice to see people with a good sense of humor. Uh-huh. Yeah, you want me to tell that story? hmm The Paladin on WoW. Horde side. Oh, man. Do I have time to tell that story? Couple minutes, probably. Well, let's see. How do I shorten this? In World of Warcraft, I got bored, and I decided to make a Horde Paladin. I named the Horde Paladin Bookeke and leveled it up to 60, doing quests and stuff on my own, out of the public's eye. Got it all the way to 60 at the time, sorry, 65 at the time for the highest level, and took it into PvP grounds, Arctic Valley and the Lumber Mill. And so I was running around killing people with that character and being killed as that character. So the message that they got when they died from my character is you were killed by, well, you can pronounce it. And you were killed by, and you can pronounce that name. After about an hour of playing, I logged off to get something to eat and came back on to find my character being moved around on its own. And a GM was on my character about to rename my character, and he realized I was logged in. And he sent me a message saying, okay, I'm going to give you free name respec. So make sure it's something that's appropriate. And I go, what do you mean, appropriate? Did I do something wrong? And he goes, yes, your name is inappropriate. It's not supposed to be like that. And I go, what do you mean? And so I played dumb with the GM for over a half an hour, trying to get him to explain to me why the name was bad and inappropriate. As hard as I tried trolling this GM, he finally gave up and said, "Just take the name change, get it done, and make sure it's done. And that way I don't have to name you as player 1, 2, 3, 4 or something." And I changed the name and everything, and he was so embarrassed trying to tell me why the name that I had was inappropriate. I trolled the guy so bad, almost got him to say why. He would have gotten in trouble if he said why. Because there's only so much you can do as a guide or GM in MMOs, you know. So that's the gist of the story. But I got a free name change out of it. Didn't have to pay $45. Yeah! And I got to troll a GM for a half an hour. Priceless. Hey, you never know what the shadow holds, you know? I've worked retail for 18 and a half years. It kind of gives you an idea of how much trolling I have done. And I've done my fair share of trolling, trust me. Just smiling and being nice to somebody when they're in full rage is just satisfying in a very, very, very wrong way. Fast food, sales, lots of things, lots of different things. But it was never really worth being in. It was the worst dead-end jobs I've ever been in. All right, it is now 10 o'clock. Yeah, I got to get going here, Lucas. I want to thank everybody for watching us play some Everquest this evening. It was a lot of fun entertaining you this evening. I want to thank Lucas and Jorith for joining us this evening and playing. It was a lot of fun having them with me. And we spent the night in Greg's End just pretty much leveling up. We got about halfway through the level of 58, which is actually pretty good. And so Friday we'll return with more Everquest starting at 7 o'clock. We might actually play a little longer past 10 o'clock. Depends on how we're all feeling. Thursday will be Cyberpunk 2077 starting at 7 o'clock. It'll be my Blader edition where I'm running around as a street samurai cutting and hacking and slashing people to pieces. It's a lot of fun. You should watch. So anyways, thank you for watching this evening. If you like what you see, please follow. The more follows that I get, it helps me out. And if you want to help keep the stream up and going with equipment and stuff like that, feel free to donate or subscribe. That's awesome of you either way. Have a good night. Be safe. Be well. Sylv Talon out.